Hello, my YouTube, it's your boy, the Memphis Exile, alright, welcoming you back to check this out. The show, we take a look at whatever deck we want to take a look at, be it troll deck, rogue deck, casual decks, or meta decks, and we have ourselves a good old time playing. But today, everybody will take a look at a deck we've seen many times before, but this time it's just a little bit different. We're taking a look at a 60-card variant of Lightsworns combined with Lightsworns, sent to us via the Discord for our boy, the First Alchemist. We got ourselves our cards, we're going to be milling out the wazoo, building up some sweet boards and hitting our opponent with big old dragons. But today's a little bit different, and I'll tell you why. It's because, specifically, we're asked to build this deck, and it has Curious, the Lightsworn Dominion in it. Now, obviously, Curious is banned for a good reason, but because this was a deck request, I'm going to make it work anyway. We're going to be dueling today with no ban list allowed. So, things could get a little crazy, not going to lie. Things might not go well for us at all. If you think the meta's bad, you should see how people play it when there's no ban list. So, we'll see how it goes. We're going to put our best foot forward. We're going to show the combos and the wombos, the what do's and the what not do's. We're going to have ourselves a good old time summoning our Lightsworns, milling out the wazoo, and drop the Pope on them. So if you want the whole deck list, that's going to be the end as always. If you want the YRK file, it's on our Discord. For now, just join us for some duels on Gold Yugioh Pro, that Wild West Yu-Gi-Oh! Hit up all the buttons down below to help out the channel, because we just hit 969 on the channel, and we're ever and upwards. Every step of the way, closer to our end goal. So enough talking, let's get right into the action, and show off what this baby can do. Alrighty, everybody, it's time for our first opponent, another turn, another card game. And with our deck, we can go first or second. It's not really the big deal with this one. Really what matters is, do we get anything that lets us mill? That is, of course, the most important thing in a Lightsworn deck. You want to mill out the wazoo. So we're going to start with our boy Raiden, the hand of the Lightsworn, and hope to mill something. We can mill Aegis or Wolf or any number of different things. Unfortunately, my mill game has always been a bit iffy. So we'll just have to end our turn for now, mill some more, and hope to draw just like a copy of Whites would be perfect. With Twilight Eraser, though, I milled it to the graveyard, so that is going to let me special summon whoever I want from my hand. Who do I want from my... You know what? For old time's sake, I'm going to summon Jins, the Lightsworn's Menda, just because she has an effect during the end phase, where I will burn the opponent and gain some light points. It's a very silly old-school Lightsworn, but she's here, and hey, if she survives, I've got Gregoneth, the much-maligned Lightsworn dragon, so there's something there. We'll see how this is going to go. I mean, it all depends. My opponent's got a 60-card deck, so I have to hope that this is... Let's see, what is this? Spell card, Monster Reborn. See, this is ironic, because Arcus, the Lightsworn Druid, has this effect where people can't target Lightsworns anywhere on the board with card effects, and yet now he himself has been targeted. So that's just funny to me. So we're up against Radiant Typhoons. Okay. Okay, that could be good or bad depending on how hard he hits me, but the Lightsworns... if I just could have had a copy of frickin' Aegis, I would have been pretty good. I could have stopped him from stealing my stuff. What do we have? Right-hand Shark. Interesting. Adds a lefty shark. Okay. Fascinating. Fascinating indeed. You have an addition. Oh, yeah, because this can summon itself. Yeah. You summon this card, banish at least the field, but it's still level 3 at the moment, so... Alright. This is an interesting one. Sharks and, what do you call these things? Radiant Typhoon. They used to be called, oh, what was their original name again? Mystic Typhoons. Magnificestorm. That was the archetype. Okay, so we're up against the Magnificestorms. He's got himself a lot of MSTs, but I don't have a lot of back row, so honestly, he's going to be nuking his own back row more than anything if he wants to negate my stuff. So that could be good. Now he's equipped some cards into the spell trap zone. Oh, so he can destroy them for stuff, I guess. I'm not entirely sure why he's doing this, but I'm certain there's a reason. I just don't know what it is. Let's see. If a quick play is activated, you can place a Radiant Typhoon, blah, 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 blah. Okie dokie. Maybe I'm not familiar with the new Mystic Typhoons, whatever you're calling these things. But that seems kind of silly to me. Why did he do that? That was kind of weird, but okay, that works for me. Alright, so my opponent did silly things, but that's fine. As always, we'll use Raiden, Hand of the Lightsworn. You just want to use him all the time. What is this dude doing? Oh, he's negating my stuff. Oh. Well, that is unfortunate. So now I'm going to have to think about this one. I guess I'm going to have no choice but to go for Gorgonith, Lightsworn Dragon, who is sadly smaller than Radiant Typhoon, but it's good enough. So let's go ahead and beat into Right-Handed Shark, which is better than nothing. And hey, because he has Arcus, he can't target me. So long as he has my Arcus, he cannot target. I learned this in testing. Just having this thing around, like, it prevents all the targeting. He can't even Monster Reborn me if he wanted to. Which, you know, he did try to... He Monster Reborn Arcus, but he can't do it no more. Not the Lightsworns anyway, but yeah, Gorgonith will mill some cards, and Fearless is activating, and was that an Aegis I saw? Yeah. Oh, very nice. We're getting all the mills. That's perfect. We had some poor mills before, but now it's time for the good ones. Here we go. So let's go ahead. Okay. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 2. We milled a Punishment Dragon. Perfect. So now we're going to add ourselves Judgmental Dragon, get Lightsworn's Aegis, and we'll get ourselves a Fearless for later. More defense on us, and Gorgonith will slowly but surely get bigger. So now he's down 2 MSTs, and I have the ability to negate 2 card effects, so that's pretty good. So, yeah, I think this dude, he really wanted this negate off of the blue one, but it's kind of coming back to spank him in the butt. Because it only negates monsters, and that's not good for him. So I think we're in a better position here. Now that I have a back row, I don't remember how these things work. Isn't it like if I have no back row? Yeah. If you have MST in the grave or spell... Okay, so he can special summon his monsters. Okay. So we're not out of the woods, but what does he got? He's got the Lefty Shark. Alright. Lefty Shark's cool. Well, it doesn't do too much to us at the moment. And now he has to mill himself. Oh my... It's the reverse Lightsworn build. It's reverse Lightsworns. Don't you see it? We gave him Oricus, and now Oricus is milling my opponent out. And I think he's just now realizing he has to mill out his own cards. Oh my goodness, that is funny. That is rich. That is hilarious. But now that I'm looking at it, I need to see how many Lightsworns we have in the graveyard with different names. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Only 3. I need more. Let me think about this. Alright. I do need another dude in the graveyard, so I can summon out Judgmental Dragon. That would be the best situation, because then I could go into my boss monster. Let me think. Let's see, what's the this is 3,000 defense points, so it's still too big. I could destroy Fearless. Well, he'll just negate that, though. But that'll bait out his negate, too, and I can beat over his monster. So, here's what we're going to do. Activate Fearless to target his Radiant Typhoon. This will force him to negate with the Magnificent Typhoon, which is totally fine. Doesn't really matter too much. Doesn't matter too much. It'll bait him out one way or the other way. I'm not going to bother using Aegis, even though I could. It's not a big deal. Because now Gorgonith is bigger than this. So now we're going to go ahead and normal summon Lila, Lightsworn Sorceress. And let's see here. I can summon out Judgment Dragon now. So we might as well. So that was one thing I did have to add in this deck. For some reason, the deck list didn't have this. I think it just got omitted by mistake. So we're all good in the... We're going to go ahead and banish both of our dragons. You need one on the board and one in the grave. You summon out Enlightenment Dragon. So we're all set for days. That'll clear his board out, and we're good. And I will be attacking with Gorgonith, because he does have piercing damage. So we'll attack... Yeah, we have to get rid of Various Typhoon. Get that dude off the board. Get him out of here. Get that Typhoon out of here. It's time for sunny skies, boy. Time for some sunny skies. So let's go ahead and attack this Lefty Shark. Myself, I am not a southpaw. I'm a basic righty boy. So we're going to get rid of the left-handed man. And Arcus, get your butt back in my graveyard, sir. Oh. Okay, I thought he was doing something there. But we got to be very careful not to activate Enlightenment Dragon. He does have a really busted effect where I can pay 2,000 and banish everything in the graveyard, everything on the board. We don't want to use it just yet. Eventually, yes, but not yet. Eventually, yes, but I'm hoping if this guy lasts another turn, which I really hope he does, that would be great. I can go into my Dominion, Lightsworn Boy. So, end phase, we must mill 4 cards with Enlightenment Dragon. I mean, milling all these, I have to hit a wolf, right? I gotta hit a wolf, right? No, we hit Weiss, which is almost just as good. Okay, let's bring back Arcus. He's on our side now. Alright, but yes, all of our boys will mill. This is what Lightsworns do. It's pretty basic stuff, but hey, we got to see him go. Look how big this dude is now. Look how big and chunky he is. He's way chunkier than any other dragon would be. But we'll add ourselves Punishment Dragon just for the heck of it. It doesn't really matter who we're adding, it's just like, we'll get a dude. Because if Enlightenment does leave board, I will get back both of the dragons. But I like to have a, punishment just in case. Oh my goodness, everything's activating now. See, this is what happens when you have a pure Lightsworn deck. All your mills are going to be getting you something. Or at least they ought to be. I'm just surprised we didn't Wolf. Oh, and Shire's in the grave. Shire's like a smaller version of Gorgonith. How the heck did we not hit Wolf in all of it? I don't know how we didn't hit Wolf. That's like half our deck, almost. Or maybe it's like a third of the deck, but still. We hit a lot of things. What is this doing? Lefty Sharky. Oh, yeah, he can come back as level 4. I forgot. He can do that. Okay, he do that thing. I'm thinking here what I'm going to do here. Okay. Let's see. Shark Drake, Abyssal Shark. Okay. So he's trying to make the big shark dude. Big shark dude. Big shark dude. I'm deciding on whether hitting this now is a good idea. Yeah, because this guy can be summoned. He can use his 2 materials for a dude. See, if I use Enlightenment Dragon's effect, I would certainly clear everything and just guarantee a victory. But part of me wants to just wait. Let's wait a beat and see what he actually does first. Just because. I don't want to completely shut this guy down. He's been cool about this, So yeah, let's see. Go left hand. Oh, left hand again. Okay, left hand. We'll come back and let's see. Some of this card banks at least the field. It becomes level 4. Alright, well, I'm probably going to wipe the board in a second, so let's just go ahead and negate, and negate. Because I can negate for every one of the Lightsworns I have, so I'll negate like half of his board. So there you go. So I figured if I'm going to blow up the board anyway, might as well use Aegis. Waste not, want not, all that good stuff. So we'll see where he's going to go. Lightsworn, this is the least shark-looking shark of the world. Although I guess he kind of looks like Goblin Shark, in a way. Kind of. He does look like a Goblin Shark, although he's like bright red. Pretty sure Goblin Sharks are like a pale color. But let's see, where's it going to go? Oh, Silent Arna Arc. Well, I have no choice then. You made me do this. I didn't want to do this, but I will have to do it. Alrighty, well that levels the board right there. And oh, I have Lumina. That's right. Oh, I can still do the thing I want to do. So we're going to summon out Lumina, the Twilightsworn Shaman. Here's how this card works. I can activate its effect. We're going to banish Minerva and just summon back. It doesn't matter who. It legit doesn't matter who we're going to go for. See, although I do want different types. That is important. That part is important because we're going to use Weiss on our Felis. And that's going to allow me to summon out Weiss, mill 2 cards. And because I milled, let's see, Lumina is going to mill some more cards. So that's the weird thing about the Twilight Swords. Like, they're based around banishing cards, but they also have effects when Lightsworns activate. But now that we've done everything, it's time to do the namesake of the deck. I should have built with Raiden, but it doesn't matter. We summon out Curious, the Lightsworn Dominion. If anyone's going to get Wolf on the board, it'll be him. Because I don't know how we haven't hit Wolf at all during this, but there you go. Wolf has hit the graveyard, and my opponent surrenders. Alrighty. But hey, we survived. I wasn't sure what was going to happen with the Mist Rune. I mean, I keep calling them Mist Rune. They're called Runestorm. They're called Runic, Radiant Typhoon, whatever the balls are called now. I was not certain what was going to happen there, because I know that they have, like, Omni Negation with that trap, but he never got the trap, so that was good. And it was so cool. He had sharks too. That's a really neat combination. So it was a nice back and forth. We got to see a little bit of everything. You know, we got half of our extra deck out on the board. We summoned Enlightenment Dragon. We summoned Curious. You know, if you don't know Curious, it's been a while. When he's summoned out, you can ditch any card from deck to the grave, and a card sent from deck to the grave by card effect, you mill 3 cards. He's the typical sort of Lightsworn thing. He's just too powerful for the main game. But he is here now. We summoned him out. Let's go ahead for duel number 2. Show off what this deck can do, because there's still half of the extra deck to go. Alright, second opponent. Let's go and do it again. Alrighty, so far me and my opponent are trading blows, but I shall come out on top. So let's see what we get going first here. Orcus, you are glued to my hand for some reason. That's kind of interesting. Let me think here. 2 cards, 3 cards, 2 cards. Let me think about this. I'm going to go ahead and summon Illumina. Lightsworn Summoner. Get her on the board. She'll at the very least mill me some cards. You know, with a 60 card Lightsworns, you do hit a brick every once in a while. It is what you do. You know, you start out right, though. You get Weiss. You get yourself charged with the Light Brigade, especially. Oh, you whore. How could you do this to me? I thought we were buddies. Well, that is unfortunate. I guess my opponent really just didn't want me to mill. Understandable, considering Lightsworns, when they start milling, that's how they start billing. What do we got here? Card of Sanctity in the anime. Well, I knew this was no ban list thing, so I knew this was going to happen, but at the same time, Card of Sanctity. Dang, I should have set Twilight. I should have set my spell. Twilight Twin Dragon. It's an interesting spell. It does require a lot of like setup to do, but it's an interesting thing. So this is some kind of Egyptian god deck. Okay. How does this one? Is this like the anime version? No, it's the actual version. Okay. But unfortunately, Lumina's just smaller than that. She's just a little too small. Okay. Okay, put 1 in defense mode. I guess he's just being cautious. Okay. Neat! What do we have for our hand here? Nothing wrong with Gareth. Go forth, Gareth. Punch one of Ra's disciples in the face! Alright, so let's see what this guy does. He's got some weird stuff here. He's also just straight about Mirror Force. Oh no! Oh no, I've bricked and my opponent's got me. I think he might have. If he has one of the Egyptian guy, if he has Ra, which he did. Well, that's the craziness of no ban list, people. Sometimes you see that. Okay. Well, unfortunately, I just did not. Really, that was just a Perm's fault. If I had not had, if I had just go to Mill, I might have had. I could have had Wolf. Could have had Fearless. Could have had anything. But unfortunately, we had ourselves a brick there. But that's okay. Let's just keep picking ourselves up here. Alright, well, that's not a big, huge issue. I mean, it happens sometimes. So let's go ahead and pick ourselves back up, head into duel numero 3, and see what else we got. We aren't going to brick all the time. No. We're going to get the perfect hand next time. I have a feeling. Alrighty, third opponent. The fighting third, as we like to call it. Let's pick ourselves back up and hit our opponent right in the jaw. That's what we like to see. Alright, what are we up against? Opening hand is... Yeah, I just wish I had something I could use to mill my cards right now. A Weiss would be perfect. Or either of my spells would be good. I will say I did change the deck just a little bit. There used to be the Twilight Sworn spell in here, but that didn't really help too much. I had to switch that out with Soul Overcharge. It really helps. Okay, what do we have? We got Lilith, the Lady of Lamentations, and Lost World. Fascinating. So this is non-standard dinosaurs of some form. Let's see what traps this dude reveals. It could be a lot of different things. Could be something dinosaur related. Might be Fence and Fair Flames. Higher than your life point, make upon shovel monsters. Okay. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Fence and Fair Flames. I love this is like a trap card. I don't play it often, but I love the darn thing. Fair Flames, if I have more attack than this dude has light points, he can shuffle my monsters back into the deck. Well, I get the pick, but same difference. Let's see here. What are we going to do? Go for it, Shire! Well, I just realized I'll have 0 attack points, but I'm attacking anyway. You can't stop me. Go ahead. Try it. I dare you. Go ahead. Attempt to stop Shire from attacking you. You don't know what I'm trying to do. Oh, this is Dinomorphia. Okay, I have a feeling this might be Dinomorphia's, but I wanted to pretend like it wasn't. Alright. So this is Dinomorphia. Okay, now the Ferret Flames makes more sense. I thought this was just going to be something silly. No, it's Dinomorphia's. Okay. Interesting indeed. Interesting indeed. Alright. I mean, I'm not a big fan of this, but it's just going to have to be what it is. I don't got anything else, so... Yeah, he'll get Dinomorphia Kentragina. And then he'll be able to fusion using... one for the deck, one for the... Yeah, so he get a Rex term as well. Okay. Alright. Well, that's an unfortunate thing. Got Rex term on top of everything else. Look, here's the thing. I have 0 attack points. So until... Yeah, unless he plays like this other face down card, he can't stop Shire's effect this turn. Also, he's giving me a free token, which is spiffy. Not that I can really use the token, but I have it. I guess I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but I got it. So let's just go ahead and set Lightsworn's Aegis. That can help me stop Rex turn, perhaps. And we'll end our turn. And then Shire, mill us some cards. Please mill something good. Or at least something I can't play right now. That would work too. That'd be the best thing. Go ahead. That won't do you any good. Well, it may do more damage, but that's about it. That's about it. That's about it. Alright, what do we actually end up milling this time? Dang it all! I mean, Judgment can be useful in the grave, but not right now. Not right now. Alright, what do you do? Just gonna keep milling out your life points, huh? You're just gonna keep cutting your life points in half. Okay. I mean, that is Dinomorphias in a nutshell. That is what they do. That is what they do. But, like, what else are they gonna do here? Because unfortunately, now that he's done this, like, all my Lightsworns aren't gonna do much. Let me think about... Wait a minute, I have Genis. Oh! Boys, we have... Okay, hold on, this could be gold. This could be beautiful and beautiful still. Oh my goodness. This could be game-changing. This could be life-altering. I mean, it probably isn't, but it could be. I have Genis, the Lightsworn's Mender. During the end phase, card sent to the grab by a fight of a Lightsworn card, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. Unless he has something that stops effect damage. Yeah, he does. Never mind. I thought I had, like, the thing to stop and end wars, but I don't. Alright, so... Let me think about this. I have Celestia. I can blow up his board, which will at least do something for me. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to activate Lightsworn Dragonling's effect. We're going to special summon this dude from our hand. He's not going to be able to use his effect or nothing, but this will let me at least use Aegis. So that's something. That's something, if not nothing. So let's summon out our Dragonling. Sadly, his effects will not work because he is bigger than Rex term. Or bigger than my opponent's life points, I should say. But we'll see if this works or not. Let's negate Rex term and see if anything good happens of this. I don't know. It all depends on if Celestia wants to be good for us. Nope, he's got Solemn Judgment too. God darn it. Alright, hold on. Maybe. Big maybes. Massively huge maybes. Because now he's going to use Kentragina to copy Frenzy again and fuse another bloody Rex term. I mean, it's not good, but we'll see where this is going to go. Oh, no, wait, he's going to make Stealth Yugioh. What's this do again? Put it to monster inflict damage, you put you that monster's original attack points. Okie dokie. Smoky. I mean, I can't really do much else. So this is what happens when you're up against mother flipping Dinomorphia. Dang it, if only it wasn't for the effect of those traps. I could have won the duel with freaking Jaina. Well, maybe not. Because, well, actually, it's hard to say. Hard to say. But I'll summon out Minerva, so that's at least something. We'll see where this goes. I mean, I can't mill no more, but Minerva gets destroyed. I can mill 3 cards. I can destroy cards up to the number of Lightsworn cards. My whole deck is Lightsworn cards, so there's a potential for nuking this dude's board, which can help me at least get started here. Although, let me double check something. Hold on. Yeah, this is non-targeted destruction. It's just destruction. Okay. Minerva, please mill 3 cards. That's all I ask. Mill 3 Lightsworns. Please mill 3 Lightsworns, especially ones that have effects in the graveyard. Alright, so let's go ahead and Minerva it up, and we'll use Dragonling to search us out a Judgment Dragon, so I can at least have somebody big. Although, obviously, Rex Term's still alive, so that's a thing. Yes, destroy. How many cards? Oh, we got all 3, baby! So boom, boom, and boom. Aha! Take that, you dinosaur hustler! What say ye to that? Alright, Rex Term does something in the grave when it's destroyed. And so does Kenner Kina, if I remember right. Yeah, he gets a level 4 lower, and then Rex Term gets you level 6 or lower, and then still Burgia does some. Oh my goodness, everything's going to do something. But Aegis hit the graveyard too, so I get an Aegis. I'll take it. I'll take it. I mean, it's what I have. I mean, he's got defense in Ferret Flames. That's true. He does have Ferret power. So, let me think about this. I hope Jane works with Lightsworn Aegis. I think it does, but we'll find out in a hot second. Let's see. So he's Ketragina, and he's going to set another Trampy card. That's true. And then this is going to... let's see. Send a Dinomorphia card. Yeah, ditch the alert. This will set another trap card. Probably be another fusion trap. Unless he wants to... No, he's going to do the spell trap negator. Damn it. God dang it. Stop doing the thing. Stop it. Stop it immediately. Does he have another fusion trap in the graveyard? He does. Okay, so we can still make another Rex Term, unfortunately. Ooh, I'm mad about that. I'm mad about that. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Am I going to have 1,000 light? I don't even know when I'm 1,000 light points left to use Judgment Dragon's effect. Or banishing everybody Dragon's effect. No, I'm not going to have either of those. Alright, well, at least both of us have really silly light point amounts. That's something. It's a little bit of something. Just a bit of something. Come on, baby. I know you want to give it to me. Alright, Raiden's not bad. Now let me think about how I'm going to go about this. Alright, here's what we do. We summon out Raiden, Hand of the Lightsworn. Because he has that quick effect to do that. So let's go ahead and do Aegis. Just to force him to use the trap card. He has to play the trap card now, pretty much. Or perhaps not. Okay. That works for me. Granted, I don't have a... Oh, the thing is, I don't have light points. Where is Jane? Alright, Fearless could be helpful here. Okay, Fearless. I mean, 2 tuners isn't necessarily great, but... let's see. Remind me how the Ferret Flames actually works. Is it... Combined attack while face-up monster opponent controls is higher than your life points. Make opponent shuffle monsters controlling the deck. Except monsters with 0 attack points. Interesting. Fascinating. Let me think. And this can destroy... monsters only. Gotcha. Thinking about this. Go Minerva, perhaps? I think so. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. Because the thing is, if he plays that Ferret card too quick, I could be in some... Well, if he plays it too quick, I can win. But if he plays it too slow, I could lose. Let's put it that way. But we'll go ahead and use Minerva's effect to mill out some more cards. See what we get there. Ketragina does nothing at the moment. These do nothing at the moment. Garganoth Dragon would be perfect right now, but Lightsworn Aegis again. Hello. 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 That's nice, but it's a little too late for that. So let's activate Charge. See if I can get a Weiss. A Weiss would be great. Let's see what we mill. Nothing great. However, no, the trap won't do anything at the moment for me. That's fine. Let's see here. Thinking about this. Oh boy, I really need Weiss, or I'm going to have to go for somebody else. But let's go for Weiss, the Lightsworn's Archfiend. We use his effect. Let's see. Have I normal summoned yet? I forget. Either way, it doesn't matter too much. Put Minerva on top of the deck. That way we get even more mills. We got to mill like a wolf. Where is Wolf? Normally he's in the graveyard more. But no, he just refuses to get out of the deck. Oh, hello. Weiss the Lightsworn Arc Feed. Don't mind if I yes. So let's go ahead. I wish where's Lila? Do I have Lila in the graveyard? Oh man, Lila would be. Oh wait, hold on. No, but he'll just negate the burn damage. Damn it. Otherwise, I would totally do that. All right, let's bring back Dragonling. Bring back that boy. It's unfortunate I don't have enough light. What's this? No effect. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I want to go for Genis because it would be hilarious, but my opponent won't let me. He won't let me, gosh darn it. So, unfortunately, let's see here. Like, I can ditch Wolf finally and get him on the board. The problem is that because of the Ferret Flames, this just makes things difficult. I don't have enough life points to win the duel with my usual strats, man. It's unfortunate, but true. But let's go ahead and summon out Minerva, Athenian, Lightsworn. We'll mill out a couple more cards, and we're going to mill out some more. This is what we do in Lightsworns. We mill until our opponent's faces fall off. That's what we do. Oh my lord, he did it already. Okay, I mean, unfortunate, but doesn't matter too much, because why would you do that so early? He did it too early. Okay. That works for me, I think. So let's get rid of Wolf. And we can't use another copy of Weiss. So ditch Minerva for the heck of it. Go ahead and get some more mills going. I don't need a deck. I need a graveyard. I need to put you in the graveyard, boy. Alright, so having done all that, let me double check one last thing. Because I don't think he has the one for battle damage. So I really don't know why he, like, let me summon this thing out. But let's go ahead and enter the olden battle phase. This guy is something I'm completely unaware of. This ought to be game. Come on, baby! Yeah! Got him! Woo! Hey, he thought he had... If he had waited on that Ferret Flame just a little bit longer, he might have won. There was a chance of that. But we took him out, boys. We took him out. So I don't think it's going to get much better than that. That was a nice back and forth again. And I want to keep dueling the craziness of no ban list, but we've really shown off most of the deck. So let's go ahead to the end screen, and we'll talk more about it there. Alrighty, everybody. So Lightsworns with no ban list actually did okay. 2 out of 3 is actually way better. I was expecting I was expecting to run into all the trolliest decks in the world, because when there's no ban list, there's no telling. Like, the second guy was more of what I was thinking was going to happen more often. But we got to summon out the Lightsworns. We got to summon out a good chunk of them anyway. We got to summon Gorgoneth and have him do stuff, so that was really great. That was one of the things I wanted to do with this deck, because you never see Gorgoneth, okay? You never see him do stuff. But we got to see out Gorgoneth. We got to summon out Big Dragon. We got to summon out most of the extra deck, except for good old Michael, the Arc Lightsworn. And we got to summon Curious, even though he didn't get to do too much. But he was there, and he was prepared to do more. So I'm happy with the deck. You know, it's a very silly thing, just pure Lightsworns. But, you know, when it works out, it works out. And, hey, we reverse milled somebody, too. That's style points right there. So here's the deck profile for anyone who wants to take a look at pure Lightsworns. If you're going to be playing with your buddies with no ban list, this is what you want to do. For our main deck, we have 3 copies of the Punishment Dragon and 3 of the Judgment Dragon. 2 copies of Gorgoneth. We have 2 copies of Celestia, 2 Wolves. We have 2 Garrets, 2 copies of Jane the Twilight Sworn General, 2 copies of Jan the original Lightsworn Paladin, 2 copies of Raiden, 2 copies of Lila the Twilight Sworn Enchantress, 2 copies of Lila the Lightsworn Sorceress, 2 copies Evan the Lightsworn's Monk, 3 copies of Dragonling, 2 copies of Fearless, 1 copy of the Denied Her Victory, Genis, 2 copies of Weiss of the Lightsworn's Archfiend, 2 copies of Orcus, 2 copies of Lumina the Twilight Shaman, 2 copies of Lumina the Lightsworn Summoner, 2 copies Minerva, 2 copies Shire, 2 copies Raikou, and 2 copies Twilight Sworn Raikou. So I switched out 3 copies of March of the Dark Brigade with Solar Recharge, which I don't usually change up my boys' like deck profiles willy-nilly, but in testing, I felt like I needed more draw power. In March of the Brigade, it does have usefuls with like the Twilight Sworn strategy. It just never came up when I needed it. Then again, we didn't get to Solar Recharge either, so Doesn't really matter either way, but, you know, either one will, you know, if you want to go the original deck profile, go for March of the Tribe Brigade at 3. If you want to try mine, go for Solo Recharge. It's really up to you. We have one copy of the Twilight Twin Dragons, a nice little card if you have Punishment Dragon around, and you just really want to get Judgment Dragon. 3 copies of Charge of the Light Brigade, just as mill cards, add your Lightsworns. 3 copies of Aegis to negate your opponent's stuff. 2 copies of Twilight Erasure, because if you have 2 Lightsworns with different names with the same type, you can banish Lightsworns from the grave, target cards on the field, and then banish them. So a really nice bit of interruption of your opponent. Plus, if it's milled, you can summon a Lightsworn from the hand. So that's pretty good in itself. As for the extra deck, 3s all around, baby. 3 copies of Enlightenment Dragon for our big old banishing boss. 3 copies of Minerva for milling stuff as well as banishing to mill more stuff. Setting up for punishment and judgment and all the good stuff. 3 copies of Michael because he can recover your cards. He can gain you some you get life points when you get your cards back. You can banish life point. You got 3 copies of Michael the Arc Lightsworn. You can pay life points to banish cards. If he's destroyed, you can get back all your Lightsworns if you want to, and then gain life points. You know, if you find yourself in life points, you got your boy Michael here. You got 3 copies of Minerva for milling cards, drawing you more cards, and blowing up stuff. Because remember, this is pure Lightsworns, not typical Lightsworns, meaning you're going to be milling and you're going to be drawing a lot with this card. And lastly, of course, we have our boy Curious Lightsworn Dominion. Sadly, he's banned of the TCG because he's just way too abusable over there. But in Lightsworn Pure, he's an absolute goat. You can build whatever you want, then mill some more on top. So as for the side deck, there's another copy of Genis if you want to be, if you want to try and burn your opponent with Lightsworns, this is your girl. Also, there's a what was it, Rinyan Lightsworn's Rogue. Flip the target's Lightsworns, shuffling them to the deck and drawing you new cards, which I wasn't brave enough to play this thing, but I can see where you might want to play this, like recovering twice, perhaps. That's certainly a good use of it. Raiden as well. So if you want to be adventurous, go ahead and run Rinyan. You know, I put it as the thumb or as the sleeve today for a reason. 2 copies more of Twilight Twin Dragons. Of course, you find like more consistency there, as well as Eraser. There's 3 copies of Light Spiral. Every time a card sent to the grip by a Lightsworn's effect, you can banish the top card of your opponent's deck. It's good way to mill out your opponent. It takes a lot doing, but you can do it. 3 copies of DD Post, so you can shuffle back your banished cards. And 3 copies of Vanquishing Light if you find you need something to stop summons. So that's the deck, everybody, today. I hope you very much enjoyed it. Hit up all the good buttons below if you want to help check out the channel. So that's the deck, everybody. I hope you very much enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit up all the buttons down below to help out the channel. We're 31 subs away from the big 100. And we're ever and upward. So that was today's deck. What was tomorrow's deck? I think it was the Dooms number 2, right? I think, yeah, Riot Seal Dooms, if I remember correctly. That was on the list. So that's going to be the next episode, everybody. But until next time, y'all stay safe and happy. You have a wonderful day, and your boy Memphis will catch you on the next one. Till then, stay safe, stay happy. You have a good one. Take care.